So you want to learn about the M701 Super Sniper, do ya? Alright, so this is a pretty good sniper rifle that you can get very early as soon as you get into the garbage region, which then allows you to travel to several other regions. You can get it from bugging it through the arena. After the third arena fight, you can drop it through the door, talk to the guy, pick up your stuff, grab it. You can get one from getting it at Pripyat early. There are also several vendors that sell it early. One of those, I believe, is in Yanev Station. Which other ones? Malachite. You can get into Malachite early, and you can buy one. It also accepts the sniper rifle silencer and the hole maker. And the sniper rifle silencer is in Pripyat as well. So in order to get the silencer, you will have to get into Pripyat. So if they ever change it so that you can't get into Pripyat early, then you will have to wait until endgame to get the silencer. It doesn't really need it, but it is nice to have. It does contribute to wear and tear by 15%, so be aware of that. The hole maker is an infinite durability, like point blank Saiga that has 4+1 loaded, so you can have up to 5 total. It's pretty good at fighting mutants and for killing enemies that are like junk enemies, especially enemies that are lower armor. You can one-tap exosuits at point blank. You have to be like right on top of them, and you have to crouch to tighten the spread. So let's go over the upgrades that are good and the ones that you want to get. Alright, so he can't install any of these. This has a lot of these upgrades. It's not going to show them. That's fine. Alright, so breath holding, this is decent. It allows you to hold your breath for longer, which allows you to stabilize the scope so there's no sway. If you zoom in quickly, you have like a short duration of there being no sway. Aiming speed is really good. I kind of recommend getting that. Moving while aiming, I don't really recommend. Readiness, you can get this if you want to, but it's definitely not necessary. And then for other upgrades, I would recommend getting the laser. It allows you to shoot from the hip a little bit more accurately, which is a huge advantage because this thing does have a high zoom level. So if you want to go for a quick, like point blank, no scope, if you crouch, the thing can get pretty accurate. And then for this upgrade, it's another aiming speed. So you can get 25% aiming speed pretty early on into the upgrade tree. And then I definitely recommend getting wear and tear. Weight reduction, it's like an either or. So you can only get one or the other. Get the wear and tear. It'll make your gun last longer. And then you do need a blueprint to get aiming speed. In this case, I don't have it, but aiming speed is nice because you can quick scope. Or you can also get aiming accuracy, which it just increases how accurate you are when aiming. I don't recommend this. It's already accurate enough. And then for other upgrades, flatness, I do recommend getting this because it eventually leads to armor-piercing power. So flatness, and then bullet range versus bullet velocity. I would go for bullet range. And then armor-piercing power after. And this particular thing, like you need blueprints for both. I think I just have flatness and that's it. I don't have, like you can see, I don't have the penetration upgrade. It doesn't need it, it just makes it a little bit better versus mutants. And then for the flash suppressor, I highly recommend this because even if you throw on the actual suppressor, it still seems to give you the stats of the flash suppressor, which is weird. And they might change that, so... Alright, so those are the upgrades. Let's actually show it in combat now. So before we do combat, let's look at the hip fire accuracy. I'm going to aim at the same point. Actually, let's find a point to aim at. Let's aim at this little cluster here. I'm just going to shoot from the hip while standing. This is nearly fully upgraded. Just want to show you like the spread. So like at point blank, it's pretty accurate. Then of course if you crouch, I'm going to shoot at like this dot here. If you crouch, it does tighten up a bit. So you have more accurate shots. It still can have some spread though, but typically it'll be more accurate. Here's what the aiming speed difference looks like. So this has the 10% and the 15, and I could also get the 25. Here's the aiming speed. And here is a base M701 Super with no upgrades. It's much slower to aim. With the sniper silencer, the M701 Super is one of the few weapons that can accurately kill and one-shot headshot at very far ranges. The other weapon being the M701, or the Mark 1, which can kind of do that. I think I just barely missed his head there. There we go. So what you want to do is go for clean headshots, and you want to take advantage of the fact that you have really high damage. So you can go for body shots with armor-piercing rounds, and it should kill. And then also you can switch the hole maker when pushing in close range. So let's check that out. Now you want to crouch when using the hole maker and going for headshots, and go for headshots. So it can take 1 to 2 headshots depending on the armor. So I think that was an exosuit. Yeah, so exosuits you have to have every single pellet hit, which is difficult to do. So you typically will have to headshot them once, which will deal good damage. And then you have to headshot them again. You can crouch to 1-tap. Like you can crouch and then just like shoot from the hip for a fairly accurate shot at like close to medium range. And in some instances you can go for like penetration headshots, and those will kill through like light cover. So I think I did just kill a dude through like this concrete here. And then what you can do also is like peek. You can do like corner peeking. Wait for an enemy to reveal their head. So you can like hold angles and hard scope. Now in close quarters, this weapon actually isn't bad. You just have to be very accurate and almost never miss. So it's really up to the player. Oops. I should have crouched before that, but... No, I know he's pushing me. You can also do weird things, like if you can find like a break in geometry. Hit the box there. Like you can shoot in between things. Like if you can see a head in between like small bits of cover, the zoom level can be pretty insane. So let's look at... That was a body shot. 2 body shots will typically kill exos, so... And it does stagger them, so you can kind of just like own the fight and push with it. And then also, of course, the hole maker is great for fighting like junk enemies, low armor enemies, mutants, bloodsuckers. It allows you to conserve durability. It does not jam as far as I know, so if your weapon's at like 20% durability, you have an infinite durability shotgun that is great for just like this range. This is around, like if you want to get clean one-shot headshots, this is the range you need to be at. So like if I'm fighting exos around the corner, I want to be shooting them like at this distance. And then of course you can shoot them at like this distance, but it'll take like two headshots. First one will stagger, then you can close up, get closer to make sure the second shot's clean. So yeah, that's the weapon. It's really good. I put it as the best weapon in the game because it's the only weapon that can long-range snipe while suppressed, which is unique to it. It has really good base damage, it has high durability, it has really good stats, it can be shot from the hip, it can be used in every single situation, but it is a very high skill weapon. So if you don't find that, if you can't consistently land headshots and you want something that you can respond with like under pressure more, like if you want more shots, like if you want, you know, like an automatic gun or a semi-auto, and you don't want to have to deal with like the pressure and tension of landing clean headshots while you're getting aim punched and shot at, then I don't recommend this. But if you can hold angles, if you can pick off enemies before they can really hit you, if you have good accuracy, it's definitely one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best. The hole maker really closes the deal because you can just use this whenever, and it's really good against bloodsuckers as well. 3 headshots to kill a bloodsucker, and then 4 body shots to kill a bloodsucker, and also can shoot pretty fast. So it also can down burrs and controllers and other things quickly. So it's really good against all mutants, and does 140 damage with 2 base penetration. So yeah, that's it for the M701 Super. Definitely like and subscribe if you found this useful, and I will see you next one. Peace.